Now, what we are witnessing is the entire economic system being shifted, turned, and we're headed in a new direction. We said this was going to be bumpy. This was not going to be, flip a switch, we're in a new economic system. We've seen this before in the 70s and many times before throughout history when we either come onto a central bank system or we leave a central bank system that is failing. And this central bank system, this worldwide central bank system, it is failing right now. Trump and the Patriots, they knew this when they came into this. The central bank system was failing for quite a while. Remember, they always use some type of an event to cover up their failure, and they always point the finger someplace else. This time, they were completely exposed. And this latest event, they are now using this to cover up for their failure. But it won't work. The central bank system is going to be exposed to the people. The people are going to experience what it is like not to have interest, not to have the central bank in charge, not to have a follower telling us what we need to do. Remember, the central bank system, it is a private corporation. It is not part of the U.S. government. The central bank system, their product is debt, control. We are now shifting away from this. It doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. It means that we're going to see this for quite a while. And this is why we've been telling everyone for quite a while to be prepared. Be prepared because we haven't even got to the part where we actually shift away and we come off the petrodollar system and we move on to a new currency. What protects you? What protects your wealth? Gold and silver. Land. And if you look, those people who have been prepping, those people who have been preparing and ensuring their wealth, making sure their families are protected, those are the individuals that will make out. The rest will struggle. I'm sorry to say, but those people who have not prepared up to this point, the struggle will be real. Now, are we going to see the entire system just implode? No. This is going to be a bumpy road, as we can see. This is a lot better than having the central bank in charge. They're the ones calling the shots, because if they were in charge, this entire system would just collapse. They really don't care. And people would be out of work. The entire system would be equivalent to what happened in Depression, but a lot worse. Trump and the Patriots, they're trying to make this whole thing as easy as possible, trying to make this transition so it doesn't hurt the amount of people that it was going to hurt if the central bank was in charge. And we can see that the central bank, they're using optics just like Trump uses optics to show that they're doing everything they possibly can to help. Now, the IMF came out and they prepared a $1 trillion bazooka. Think about what is happening now with the central bank system. What happens when a central bank system is on its last legs? They print. They push out as much currency as possible. This is exactly what we are seeing. Trump, he's in full control of this situation. He has the Fed exactly where he wants the Fed to be. The Fed has now lowered the rates between 0 and 25 basis points. It was at 1 to 1.25 basis points. The Fed officially launched QE5. Stimulus. This is exactly what Trump wanted. Now, by doing this, was this going to make the stock market move up? No, that's not the point of this. The point of bringing the rates lower, pushing stimulus, it's to remove the power from who? The Federal Reserve. Because right now, between 0 and 25 basis points, what interest are they making? This is not the end. Trump is going to tell the central bank to go even lower, into the negative territory. He's running the system to the extreme. Now remember, if Trump was going to build the system back up, he had to deflate the bubbles. This is exactly what he's doing. If you notice, we have huge swings in the market moving up, and we have huge swings coming down. They almost counter each other at this point. What kept the market up? It was all the buybacks from the banks, because they were instructed, do not allow these funds that we are giving you at these low interest rates to be pushed out to the public. What would that cause? Inflation. Instead, they put it back into the market to boost the market up. This is one way the market is boosted up. There are other ways to do this. And remember, there is high frequency trading, there is the plunge protection, and Trump does have the magic wand. He's not using it yet. He's waiting for the right moment. Everything is being put into place right now. And to make the market back to a free and open market, what do you have to do? You have to remove as much manipulation as possible. This is going to hurt. We're already getting word that all major U.S. banks, which they're about to end stock buybacks. Who are these banks? J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Citi, Goldman, and others. They are done repurchasing stock until at least the end of the second quarter. What are they doing instead? Everything now is going to go to the people. It's going to go to small businesses. It's going to go to the broader economy to help the economic system. Each thing that Trump and the Patriots are doing is to reverse everything the central bank has done over the many years. Remember, we went from a free, open market, a free, open economy, which was not controlled by the central bank, to a completely controlled economy and market. All of this has to be undone. And to undo it, it is painful. You can see there's going to be many bumps in the road to turn this economic system. And the market's going to fluctuate up and down. And the only way to do this is to do it at the right time. Trump, the Patriots, they've been preparing for this. They set everything in motion. They were removing the globalist trade deals. They were removing regulations, removing taxes. They're still doing this. Trump still wants zero payroll taxes. And I do believe eventually this will lead into the removal of taxes completely. Now, very interestingly, since we're going through this entire event, we now see Senator Rand Paul, he's making a recommendation, and he's calling on the IRS to move our tax filing deadline from April 15th to July 15th, and to waive any interest and fees for late payment. This will allow those who owe money not to have to send it during our current situation. Remember, you need to give people a taste of each and everything. Student loan interest waived, payments waived. Think about the payroll tax. Think about paying the taxes. Everything now is being undone. The entire economic system is being turned. And this is why we're feeling what we're feeling. Remember, there's many other agendas happening all at the same time. Because Trump, the Patriots, they knew the playbook. They understood. And they decided to use this time. Now, Trump knows that this will not last forever. He knows the economy is going to come back. He's not going to allow it to go into a recession. Even though there are reports out there that we're heading into a recession. Think about it, this is an election year. If Trump allows the economy to go into a recession and the entire economic system falls apart, is this going to help? Trump knows this. No. If he recovers the economy after this type of situation and the market is brought back up over a period of time until the 2020 election, does this help the cause? Yes. Trump has already been telling everyone there's a lot of pent-up demand, that a lot of things are going to change once this is over. He already knows how this is going to play out. And it's going to show that he brought this economic system, of course, he had to deflate the bubble so he could reinflate it. He didn't want it to pop before the 2020 election. He's going to show the world how the U.S. survived this situation, and the economy is going to be brought back. And no one will be able to touch them. But during this period of time, this is the process that we need to go through to make the turn. I think he's done everything he possibly could up to this point, and now he's taking it to the next level. And he's going to wait for a period of time, and he's going to hit the Fed again, that the rates must be lower. Why is he doing this? This is stripping the power of the central banks. Because if the Fed goes lower, what do the other central banks have to do? They have to go lower. He's destroying the central bank system while this is happening. This is not what the central bankers wanted. They wanted to raise rates so they could bring them down and stay in control. They wanted something to cover up the entire crash of the global economy. They're not going to get it. Trump is stripping the central banks of all of this to leave them completely exposed. And as they're exposed to the world, Trump, the patriots, and others can make the case to say this is why we don't need the central bank. This is why they're not a benefit. They are followers. They had no idea what to do, how to do it during this period of time. They are not a leader. They are followers. And it's time that the people take back the economic system.